Welcome back everybody, your typical bull here, and today we are going to talk about back testing. We're going to figure out how you can test out your strategies before you actually take them into a real trade to know if they work on historical market data. But before we get into it, please do remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Your support really helps the channel to grow, and it is very much appreciated. And if this channel has helped you to become a better trader, please do consider supporting it through the Patreon channel or clicking that join button on the YouTube screen. Alright, let's get right into it. So what is backtesting? Backtesting is basically looking through historical market data and testing your strategies. It's as simple as that. And some people do it with coding. I'm not a very good coder at all. Like I can do some very basic things, but not enough to write a program to test my strategies for me. So since I'm not a coder, I got to do it the old school way. I use standard little notepad. You can use a regular old pen and paper if you want to, and basically historical market data. So let's get right into it. Doesn't matter what you're testing. Couple of things you need to know. You need to be very honest with yourself on trades that you would take, trades that you wouldn't take, and you need to follow your rules very strictly. Don't lie to yourself here, because if you lie to yourself here, when you start taking trades in real time, your money's going to tell you the truth when it goes way, way down. If a strategy doesn't work in backtesting, you're going to need to tweak it. And even if it does work in backtesting, tweak it anyway. This takes a long time. This is super boring, but it will help your trading so much. It'll give you the confidence that you need in your strategies to stick with them even when maybe you had a little string of bad luck. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's say I'm testing something very simple like an 821 exponential moving average cross, right? So let's say I want to buy shares when the 8 crosses above the 21, and I want to short shares when the 8 crosses below the 21. And that's basically where I'm going to start, right? So I'll take my little notepad. Let's do 8 EMA crosses 21 EMA. That's it. Very simple. And you can add some other rules to this off the get-go. Let's just say longs if SPY is up, and shorts only if SPY is down. Super simple rules. Alright, and then you just pick some stocks and you go through several of them. Don't just do one, do a bunch of them. Alright, so we're going to start on the daily time frame with Palantir, right? So let's do number of losses and number of wins and total trades, right? So right off the get-go, we're not going to mess with this because there's no market data, right? Let's skip forward just a bit to where we would actually start being interested here. So probably in this area, right? So now you just scroll through here, one candle at a time, and let's actually add one more rule. Let's say we want a profit target of 2 times ATR and a stop loss of 1 times ATR. And I don't know if this is going to work. It's probably not going to be work if we're going to be completely honest with one another. This is a very, very basic strategy, but I just want to get a point across here and show you guys some stuff. And I'm going to start out using Webull here, and yeah, this platform here is Webull. If you would like to open a Webull account, little self-plug, there's a link to my Webull down in the description, and you click on that, we'll both get some cool free stocks, right? So right off the bat, we're looking at our ATR right here. It's $1.97, so $2. This, we're just going to assume for the purposes of this that SPY has been up, because SPY has been up for a long time, and we're just now starting to see a little correction. So basically right now we're going to look for long trades and only long trades. So here's a cross up. So what you do, what I like to do, I take my little drawing tool here and I like to use this box. So here's our cross. Let's say our entry is at the close of the day. So one ATR is $2 from $25.95. So that is $23.95 roundabouts. So this is our stop. We just draw that in. I like to color them. So here's our first long trade, and then $4 for a target. So 25. Round up roughly $4 here, and let's just see if we win. And this one wins, so that's 1. And we go back to our chart here, and let's just do 1. And now we're scrolling through looking for the next trade, one candle at a time. Still haven't got our cross here. Is that a cross? I don't think that's a cross. There's one there. So the cross happens right here on this day, so you'd probably get in this next day, so probably here, right? So ATR now is $1.30. So let's do our entry here, 22.71, and then 21.50 there. And then our target is here, and that one wins also. So 2. And I'm going to show you guys some other cool tricks here with a different platform, which would be Thinkorswim. And you just keep doing this, and you keep doing this, and you keep doing this over and over, and you follow your rules, whether it's stochastic, oversold, ATR crosses, or even just price action stuff. You have to be very honest with yourself. Like if you're saying you're trading a pin bar, and you know how you think for the most part, that's not a pin bar. In my opinion, right? If I'm looking only for pin bars, that's not a pin bar. I would consider that a pin bar. But you know what I mean? You have to be very, very honest with yourself about trades you would take and trades you would not take. And it's not going to be perfect, obviously. Now, and you go through this and you check each trade, you check it on multiple tickers, as many tickers as you possibly can. Check it on multiple time frames. Tweak it up. See maybe if you throw a couple more moving averages on here, if it has any effect on the overall wins and losses. Right? Check it on the hourly time frame. Check it on the daily time frame. Check it on the smaller time frames. Check it on multiple time frames. Check it when you add a couple rules. Check it when you maybe take a rule away. Check it if you tweak the profit targets, and find out what works the best. Your goal is to make that strategy that you are developing as good as it can possibly be and work for your personal risk tolerance. Right? So that's the goal. Scroll through this thing one candle at a time and figure out your strategies. And you'll be more confident in your strategies, and you'll be better off in the long run because you've actually put in the necessary work in order to know and have that confidence in your strategies. Now I'm going to show you guys something really cool on the Thinkorswim platform. For those of you who are familiar with Thinkorswim, you may not be familiar with this. On demand, click that button right there. You can replay historical market data from basically any day that you pick, right? So what I have here is a daily chart, 1 year, 1 day, and an hourly chart. This should be an hourly chart, not a 4-hour chart. I'm sorry. 1 year, 1 day over here, and this one should be a 20-day, 1-hour chart. And you can go through and play these on demands, right? You click this on demand button, And what I like to do, I like to trade on the daily chart, and I trade the hourly chart, and I trade the 4-hourly chart. You can click on these days one at a time. Let's say I want to go back and trade from 2019 to today. You can basically streamline years and years of market data in just a few hours, right? So click on one, click go. Say I'm just looking at daily charts. This is what the chart of this particular ticker looks like on October 1st of 2019, right? So now what I can do is click on these one day at a time and just click go. You can even fast forward it. Let's say fast forward 3 times, right? I can set this to 3 times fast forward, and you can just watch this. Step forward, boom, step forward a little bit, October 2nd. You can watch this play out in real time, and you can even paper trade, right? Like I've got $100,000 in a paper trading account. You can take these trades with real live historical market data, and you can do this to your heart's content on any ticker you want to look up. Fast forward. Now you can see here my hourly chart is printing, and Thinkorswim is free. I like to do it one day at a time, right? So you can retrade these market days. Step forward, boom, another 10 minutes. You can do this on any time frame you want. See, now we got a pin bar forming here, and you can take these trades, like if I wanted to take a trade right here, and this is how you test your strategies, and you gain confidence, and you can streamline years and years and years of market data into just a couple of days by just sitting here with this on-demand tool with Thinkorswim and just taking your trades and testing your strategies. But you have to take this seriously. You can't just get in here and play around. I mean, I guess you could, but it's not really going to be the benefit that you want. This is where you test your setups, and you are very strict with your rules and your setups, and it's not just for fun. This can be so helpful for you learning to trade. Even if you pick tickers that you've never heard of, it's a great, fantastic tool. This is probably the single best tool available to learn how to trade. It's this on-demand tool with Thinkorswim, and you should absolutely spend some time with it on a very regular basis. Alright, with that being said, I think that has about covered it, right? So remember, test your strategies, be honest with yourself, tweak the rules. Don't just check on one ticker, check multiple tickers, check multiple time frames. Check if it is increased in success if you add something to it. Check it if it's decreased in success if you take something away. You need to check multiple things. The goal is to take trades with very strict rules and be very honest with yourself and make that trading strategy as best as it can be for you specifically in your risk tolerance. And this Thinkorswim tool is a phenomenal tool to help you streamline all that data and be very honest with yourself, because you can't see. This is basically what the people were saying on this particular market day. Remember, this video has helped you. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see everybody in the next one. Cheers.